Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the Voice Line Ranking series of videos that we have. This is the second one in the series. So if you haven't seen the first one, I suggest you might watch that first because we define all of our terms and we provide some examples of what perfect voice lines are. You'll see we have 3 up there in the top tier and none so far in the bottom tier. That means none have been so egregiously horrible that silence would be preferred. But today we'll be ranking the Fortress for sure. We might go into the Abyss faction as well, but we might not, depending on how much time this takes. So, just to get definitions out of the way again, a perfect voice line is one that is 1, delivered well, 2, good in terms of its content, and 3, unique to the character. So it references their appearance or their kit or something about their character that is unique to them specifically. Okay, so let us hop right back in. We're going to be starting with the Fortress faction, and do be warned, the clicking noises are on, so you'll hear clicking. This is just so we can hear the voice lines. So moving in, bam, we will start with Honor Guard.
For the Dwarven homeland!
I think it's fine. It's decent, it's short. He's a dwarf, so I guess that makes sense as well. Are there any other dwarfish characters in the game? None that are natural 5 stars. Actually, Bleaker is one. I think it's decent. So we'll just put this one. That's not Honor Guard. That's Waldeck. Still having trouble. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty like grabbing people, and touching them. Placing my finger right on them. It just doesn't work out. I think this is good. So let's gump. Yeah, gump. Yeah, let's jump back in. And now we have Ice Blink.
All right, everyone, chill.
The voice I think matches his face a fair bit. I don't. It's kind of generic in terms of like what an icy character would say, but there aren't many icy characters in the game. So that's fine. I think Ice Blink exceeds expectations. So let us jump back in. Pretty good. We'll put him behind Tix. That's Morax, dude. I don't know. Like I don't know why. I don't know why I can't touch people right. It's probably why I'm still single. That or the unbridled autism. But okay, let's get back to it. We have Bleaker now, the other dwarf.
Thunder is good, but it's lightning who does the work.
I like the little laugh at the end. I think it gives him some character. This is a pretty friggin' good one, I think, and he's also one of the very few lightning themed characters in the game. Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty on the nose there. Good thing we're not ranking ability names. We might have to detract some points if we devolve into an ability ranking tier list. But that's not what we're doing. I think Bleaker's pretty good in terms of his voice line. We will put him in exceeds expectations, and I think he goes at the top. I think I like that. Yeah, sure. Moving on. Mirage.
You won't even see what hits you.
It's good with his name, I think. He's a fast ninja guy, or at least he used to be fast. 1166 speed. That is miserable. Yeah, I think it's decent. Okay, we're powering through these. Not many notes so far. Nothing super funny. We'll put that. I like that actually. I like that a lot. And then we're gonna move Bloodblade down. I've decided. And then I think Mirage goes above Bloodblade. That's pretty good. Okay, let us get back into the game.
拙者の名はミキと申す。
Okay. So the voice matched the character. Unfortunately, I don't know what she said, so I think this might warrant the creation of a new tier, And then we're going to color this one all white. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong button. So I think that needs to be that color there. And then, okay, that's good. And then this one we color white. And we're going to title this one. Okay, there we go. Because I have no idea what she said. It sounded decent. So I think we're going to plop her right there in the I don't speak that language tier. Cool. Okay, let's get back into the game and move on.
All priests shall bow before me.
Okay, so all priests shall bow before me. I know he does damage, he chants to stun priests, so it's a very niche skill, which is fine. We can read his biography. Oh, he's a cyborg, apparently, even though he looks like entirely robotic. Is there a reason that he despises priests specifically? There might be, but I'm not going to read all this. So there's that. Really not liking the priests for this guy. I don't know why. That's just how it is. It does reference his skills. However, it's such a weird niche reference that it just kind of hits a sour note for me. So in a rare twist, this actually adheres to a criteria that I set that makes a good one, and it actually makes it worse, I think. So I'm going to put this in, because I can't technically put it in bad, because I think it was delivered fine. I think we'll put it in inoffensive. I think it's worse than Eloise, though. I think we're keeping this. Yeah, okay. So I don't like that. It seems forced. That's a good way to put it. Seems forced. Not a big fan. Oh my god, we have to listen to the. Oh, I have to edit this out now because it's going to show my login. And we're back. I have edited it out, so we are good. We're going to go back in. After OD, we have. Oh, there's the screen recording. Ormus.
Death has no place here.
It's fine, but it's not really specific. He's a healer, but like we could give this to any sort of healer, as long as they're not from like Shadow faction. So I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Ormus there. It's inoffensive. Solid. If ever there were an inoffensive ranking, it would be that one. So moving along.
Heroes of Fortress, charge!
Okay, so this is actually pretty decent. It was delivered well. It references the faction, and in fact, it gets a little bit more specific than that. It's because I believe. No. Maybe it's the active. Increases all allies' speed, so I take the charge portion to mean that she is actively giving speed to her allies as her kit doth describe. So this is a highly ranked voice line coming from Emily there. We do have some heavy hitters in the Fortress faction, it does seem. So we're going to grab Emily, except I won't the first time. We're going to put this in Exceeds Expectations, and we're going to put it right below Bleaker. It's a pretty good voice line. Moving on. Flame Strike.
I'll burn you to ashes.
Not super unique, because it's just like any flamey character could say this. However, it was delivered well, and she does indeed use flames. So this one is going to go into the good category, in my opinion. Good, and I like it better than Cameth. Let's go back. Back in game, Sigmund.
The best defense is a good offense.
Okay, so I think this voice line is a perfect contender. And the reason I say this is because, one, he is a big tanky guy. He loves his defense, as you can tell by his exorbitant armor stat. However, if you remember the days of Sigmund, He is a brutal damage dealer, or at least he was back in his day. So he loves his defense as this big tanky warrior, but also he has a humongously offensive kit. So I think this references the offensive skills as well as plays into his role as a defensive warrior. So I love this voice line a lot. I don't like the delivery. I think it could be a little bit better, but I think this is the third best voice line of the ones that we've done so far. Excellent, excellent. Fortress had some pretty good ones. I'm surprised, actually. I wasn't expecting that. There are a few that I know are good later on. I'm not going to spoil it, but oh, I lied. We have another lightning person. Sorry.
Careful. This may tickle a little.
Okay, so there's the lightning, like shocking and tickling thing, that seems to be inherent to the whole lightning domain, where things that deliver large electrical shocks tickle as like a little euphemism, which is fine. And also, I think it plays into his pretentious character design. His name's friggin' Valentino, and he's like this metrosexual, fluffy coat wearing twink. So I think it works. I think it works pretty well for Valentino. So I think this exceeds expectations, and I think it's better than most of them, actually. We'll put it behind Gustin, above Tix. We have a lot of really good ones, actually. I was expecting this to be loaded pretty heavily towards the bottom, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Sia?
十步杀一人，千里不留行。
Right. So, I can't necessarily comment on this one because I don't know what the hell she said. So that goes right there. I think Mickey's was better, if I could call it that. But yeah, so that goes in the question mark tier because I don't know what it means. So I don't want to condemn it, but I don't want to praise it either. So moving on.
I don't care what other people say. Time to fly! Crap! It's a dud.
Time to what? I didn't understand what that said. I mean, she uses explosives, so the dud vernacular makes sense. And it's cool with me, but I don't really know what she said. Like time to fly or something like that. I don't know. A little bit weird, in my opinion. I think it's inoffensive, just because I don't know exactly what it was saying. Let's move on. Unimax 3000.
Booted up and ready to serve.
Magnificent. No notes. Perfect. I think it said booted up and ready to serve. Excellent. Exactly what you would expect of a robot type hero, who is probably of someone else's craft, but it's wonderful. It exceeds my expectations, and it exceeds them quite well because it's above Walter. It's actually the best of exceeds expectations. Pretty good. Pretty good. Moving on.
You are about to witness a miracle.
Okay, so the line itself makes sense. It works with his character as a magician. The delivery, though, is questionable at best. It doesn't sound like a magician character. It sounds like somebody LARPing. Like, I could tell this was done by a voice actor and not this character. So I'm not the biggest fan of this. It just feels fake or like put on, I guess. So the line is fine. We're gonna put it in good. I think we're gonna put it in inoffensive. And then we're gonna put it in good because it's specific to his character. Still, I just don't like the delivery very much. Next, Inosuke.
Face me in a duel of honor.
It's fine, but I think it's boring. Yeah. yeah, not super special. I would probably guess that this is a nose case if I could just hear the voice line and then had to put it to somebody, but it's not going to be my favorite. It's kind of lame, in my opinion. So we'll put it in inoffensive, I guess. I think Penny's is better. We're going to put Ormus there. We're going to put Ankirimaru. Oh, there's Blue. Watch Blue. He plays Hollow Knight. He speedruns. It's pretty good. Next up, we have...
Wipe out your enemies before they can do any harm. That's the best way to protect your allies.
I think this is excellent, actually. I think that's extremely good. It's not the voice that I would have expected, but I think it's fine. It's a fine voice, so I'm not going to detract the voice or the delivery of anything. Also, this sort of has the same Sigmund deal, where Sigmund is a tanky warrior dude, but his kit is extremely offensive. And as you may know, with Fiona, her mission is to protect allies, but she also packs an absolutely humongous punch with all of her little skill effect thingies. It's pretty awesome. Pretty good. This voice line is excellent. Do I like it as much as the other perfect ones? Yes, I do. This is another perfect voice line. I don't think I can improve upon that in any way. I'll put it below Foolish. I feel less confident that it's perfect, but I think it's still pretty good. I think it gaps everything and exceeds expectations. I'm putting Unimax in perfect as well. Yeah, I think that's a cut above. Fortress has some heavy hitters this time. Love to see it.
Uh-huh. Do not be afraid. I will be gentle with you.
Wake up! It's time to get up and take your medicine!
I hate that. I'm not a fan. I don't like his voice. It's specific to his character, but the voice is just kind of annoying. So it's offensive, but it's also specific to his character, and I think that balances out and puts him firmly below Sherlock. I wouldn't listen to that ever again, but I think because of the criteria I set, we have to put it in the good tier. Moving on.
Be prepared, and nothing can stop you in the desert.
That's fine. I don't know why he's talking about the desert, though. It's specific to his character, sure, but it's the game's not, it doesn't take place in the desert. He's on the same team as all these other Fortress heroes, so it's just kind of he had to say something specific to his character. So this is another case of you were specific, technically. However, the voice line suffers because of it as a result. So this guy goes in boring, I think. I didn't like that one very much. Still only one in the bad, which is good.
See this dagger? It's targeting at your head. I mean the apple on top of your head.
It's an interesting one. I don't really like the voice. I don't think it matches her character, her character design. She looks all smiley and happy and schoolgirly. And then she made a reference to, I think, William Tell, where he shot an arrow on top of the apple on somebody's head, but it seems like a forced reference because there's no context in the game where that's a thing, nor do I think it has any sort of alternative metaphorical meaning. So it just doesn't hit right for me. So Luna, sadly, is going to go in the inoffensive tier. She's going to go in the boring tier. Yeah, I like that. Some pretty good contenders with the Fortress episode. We are all done for now. And then we'll go back, we'll record some more. Next up is the Abyss faction. So I'm going to try to edit this so I can clip those two together. This is a daunting task because I've never done anything like that before. But we'll try. We'll see if we can make it happen. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. If you disagree with any of the placements, let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. Still quite a few to go. And in fact, the Transcendence one is going to take quite some time because each of those guys has 3 voice lines. 3 of them. So yeah, that'll be fun. But other than that, I'll be seeing you. Have yourselves a good one. Thank you for watching. Love you.